Alright, Aquarius, welcome in, guys. Welcome back. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Aquarius, I do appreciate you guys for being here with me. I thank you guys, to my subscribers, for your support. And overall, I thank you for your patience. Aquarius, we're going to see what's going on out here in these spiritual streets. See what we have for you here, Aquarius Energy. If you were brought in by the title, if you were led to check out the video by the title, there may be messages here for you, okay? Sagittarius Energy. Sagittarius, we're going to start off with the Declare and Decree deck. Sagittarius, okay, you could be dealing with the Sagittarius, alright, you could be a Sagittarius, you can have it in your chart, okay. So, Aquarius, for those of you who are new, alright, we just do this burning and releasing. This is the Declare and Decree deck, my Declare and Decree deck. I use this for burning and releasing, right? This is spiritual. Everybody's not spiritual. Everybody's not religious. Only take the part that resonates with you. If you're not spiritual, that's fine. If you're not religious, that's fine. You choose. It's your choice. We all have free will. But this is just an energy of burning and releasing. You write down whatever on the card, okay? Whatever comes out, you write that down off the card, set your intentions, and you burn it. You set fire to it because fire does what? It burns out the negative energy, okay? It's an energy of burning and releasing. So spiritually, you put action to it. Set fire to what? Energies that don't serve you anymore. Energies that are negative. That's what this is about, okay? For those of you who are new, all right, Aquarius, we're going to see what possible blockages need to be removed or released, all right? Got unforgiveness here, okay? Let's let this loud plane pass by, okay? So we can hear clearly. No interruptions. Alright? Aquarius, and we have all energy that blocks my sovereignty, birthright, and inheritance are cleared from my energy in spirit and in flesh. All energy that blocks my sovereignty, birthright, and inheritance. Yeah, you definitely want to clear that. Okay, write it down and burn it. The next one you have over here, Aquarius, is unforgiveness of myself and others are now cleared from my energy in spirit and in flesh. All unforgiveness of myself and others are now cleared from my energy in spirit and in flesh. You would write that down, set your intentions, and you would burn it to release that energy of unforgiveness. And it's real, okay? It certainly is real. So Aquarius, only take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Do not try to make messages fit. If it doesn't make sense to you, it's not for you at this time, and that is perfectly fine. Alright? Past, present, future energies. Okay? Aquarius. Past, present, future energies. Aquarius. Okay, so we got unforgiveness out here. So somebody may need to be forgiven by you, or maybe you need to forgive someone else. Okay? You need to forgive, or they need to forgive you. Or it could be both. Okay? Aquarius. Make sure we got this on point. Alright. Let's see what we have for you, Aquarius. Whoa. Oh, man. I hate to see it, but guess what? The good part is this energy is in the past. That's the good part. So you have the Devil coming out, Capricorn energy, Three of Wands coming out, Aries energy, the Star. So you're showing up here in the spread, right? You're in the energy, Aquarius energy. Then you have Scorpio, transformation, ending, death. Okay? So something needs to end or something is ending. Then you have the Nine of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. So more than likely, this is for someone who is single. Okay? So if you are in a relationship, Aquarius, this could pertain to you in some way and maybe not. Use your, spirit of discernment. Use your discernment to see what's for you and what's not for you. Okay? Then you have the Knight of Pentacles coming out, Three of Swords coming out, Judgment, and the Ace of Cups. So there's a self-sabotaging energy here. Okay? Because you can't have new beginnings in love if there's an ending going on. Okay? Now, we're going to see what this is about, though. Okay? So, we're just getting started. Nine of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. We know you're single and probably ready to mingle. 444 on the timer. You could be seeing 444 or synchronicities of fours. Okay, Aquarius? I feel like there's a lot of spirituality happening here for you though, because the star and judgment is coming up at the same time. So there's like a second chance or a redo, or something happening over. There's a redo here. There's something to be like a retake, something to be done over. Another chance. There's energy of a second chance here for someone in a situation or concerning something. Okay, so you got Libra energy here as well. Definitely, I feel like Aquarius, you're focused on your future, but there's a pain. There's still energetically, there's a hurt that resides within you from your past. I feel, yes, there's a hurt and there's unforgiveness here between you and someone else. Maybe you need to forgive someone or someone need to forgive you. Okay, but it has to do with your past. Okay, there's a past deception in the situation or relationship that you've been holding on to for a very long time, and it's something that needs to be released so something new can begin. There's a new beginning trying to come in, but it's being held up here because of something deceptive. Okay, to do with a toxic relationship. Something deceptive with a toxic relationship. Okay, a toxic energy here of holding on or holding back when it comes to moving forward, when it comes to living life, when it comes to choosing what it is you want in your life, for your life. Okay, but there's also healing here, or there's a healing that needs to happen. It has to do with you working with the situation or a person. Something that can be worked out or need to be worked out or worked on. Okay, I did say there was a self-sabotaging energy here, and the Seven of Swords is showing up. Within the Seven of Swords is the Five of Swords, 717 on the climber. So someone here can be used to a certain lifestyle, but this lifestyle could also be something that's causing a sabotaging energy in your life as well, to where it's like a delay when it comes to new beginnings. It's a delay when it comes to truth, like a delayed new beginning, a delayed truth. Something not happening when it should happen or the way it should happen, but it's like happening way after the fact or way down the line, or it's not happening at all because there's something blocking the change. There's something blocking the new beginning. And there's something that needs to be put to an end. There's something that needs to stop. And it has to do with self-sabotaging. It has to do with sabotage here and working with others. It's like a lifestyle of taking action on trying to build a stable situation for yourself or a stable ground for yourself. But then there's something that has happened in the past. Could have to do with your childhood. There's something in the past that happened that caused you to continue to sabotage. And that's the truth. There's something in that you are either seeing it clear or you need to see it. But see, you're dealing with an energy of awakening here. You're seeing the truth in something. There's something you're seeing the truth in, and it could have to do with your childhood. Maybe there's something spoken over you, or maybe there's something that happened when you were younger that has held you hostage energetically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And it's like you get a chance to look at this again and evaluate it, and now you have a chance to actually transform it. But do you have the confidence and the willpower to work on it? Okay? So a heartbreak could have caused this awakening, Aquarius. Some kind of a heartbreak. You got the lovers showing up out here, Gemini energy. There's some kind of a heartbreak or a truth here that needs to be looked at concerning self-love. It's something you're holding on to. Yeah, Queen of Swords. This is like, maybe there's a truth that needs to be spoken, something you need to know that happened. It's something that happened when you were younger, something you saw, something that was illustrated to you, parents or whoever you were raised by, something that was a truth, or is something that was true for you, or is something that wasn't so clear when you were younger, that has basically, I can say, spilled over into your adulthood. And it's basically it's causing a self-sabotaging energy in your life today, in your adulthood. Okay, in the childhood, there was something true, something real going on with you. There was something that may have even taken place, that may have even caused you to have a certain belief system, or to see things a certain way, to see relationships a certain way. You could have seen a toxic relationship growing up, a relationship where you were the child in the house, but you saw all the lies in what was really supposed to be the truth or the front. Because see, there's a front to this situation. And the front is everything is all good, everything is perfect. I got this person got me. We're building, we got this going on. I'm for them, they're for me. There's no lies, there's no deceptions, there's no heartache, there's no broken promises. There's no neglect, and all that was false. There's definitely a devil energy here, very toxic. A lot of you may have experienced growing up in a home where there's a lot of imbalancement, poverty, and or a disassociation between the parents, to where there was no grounds of truth, honesty, being able to trust each other. And as you grew up, you may have thought that's the way it's supposed to be, or maybe that's the way it goes, to where I could be in the house with somebody, that could be my spouse, it could be my wife, my husband, my girlfriend, my boyfriend. They can disrespect me, they can lie to me, they can compete with me, they can put me in competition, they can say all manner of ill will against me, and I'm still supposed to love them, I'm still supposed to cherish them, I'm still supposed to look up to them, or help them, or build with them, regardless of the deception, regardless of the gaslighting, the lies, the deceit, the dishonesty, regardless of how this person made you feel unimportant. These are the things you may have experienced and witnessed in the home with the adults that you were raised by. You've seen this relationship that was toxic, disrespectful, imbalanced, a whole lot of disloyalty, unequal give and take, arguments, fights, deceptions, broken promises, lies. A lot of you seen this growing up. And it was by being so imbalanced, it was not an illustration to you on how to balance, okay? Or what balance should look like, what balance should feel like, what it really truly is, okay? No demonstration, no illustration whatsoever. So you may have grew up in an environment that had this type of environment here, that had this type of energies here in that environment. Energy of entities, low vibrational toxicity, right? Inauthentic, right? Disconnections, disharmony, arguing, lying, cheating, someone being very conceited, full of ego, someone being very controlling, disrespectful, probably even very much domestic violence. These are the things you may have grew up around. Or someone belittling you, telling you wasn't good enough. Someone maybe used you when you were young, made you pay for this or pay for that, made you go to work and give them all your money. Some of you dealt with stepmothers and stepfathers who weren't too fond of you when you were a child. Your real mom or your real dad had another person with them who wasn't your biological parent. This person made it known that you didn't belong to them. You wasn't their son, you wasn't their daughter. They treated you so unfairly. There was no reciprocity at all. And your parent may have went along with that. Your parent may have allowed that energy. And you may resent that parent for that. You may have unforgiveness for that. Where you have a biological parent who's allowing their significant other to treat you unfairly. And it may have made you clam up as a kid and find your own outlets. And these outlets could have been something that was very well toxic as well. And it grew up within you as a child. And now you express that very toxicity out here in reality today. This is spiritual. Remember, unforgiveness, blockages of the sovereignty and birthright and inheritance. This is spiritual, but it has an effect right today in the physical 3D matrix world. So a lot of you have grown up in this toxicity, being humiliated or intimidated or controlled or treated unfairly by a step-parent. Some of you may have experienced this with your real parents. And we're talking about childhood, okay? We're talking about childhood here. And so that would cause you to have to heal from this as you get older. And because you're not aware of healing that needs to take place, you live with this, you grow up with this, and then you wonder why you grow up a certain way and things are weird, offset, you are standoffish or disassociated with people to a certain extent. You don't like to be around people, you'd rather be on your own, okay? And even if there's a presentation of a healthy relationship, you would automatically self-sabotage without even realize you're doing it. Have compassion for yourself, Aquarius. Have compassion for yourself, because you could very well realize that you're doing this, but not sure how to end it, transform it, transmute the energies. And I feel like it's a possibility through this awakening, and that's what you're learning, how to transform and separate from that toxic energy that you've more than likely learned. You learned that, okay? This is the way relationships should look, or this is how it goes. So I ain't gonna never be with nobody because I don't want to be like that, or I don't like that, or I don't like the way it feels. Oh, this is how it goes when the parent gets with another parent. This is the way it's supposed to go. This is how it goes. Or when my parent is with me, and this is how my parent treated me as a child, and now as I grown up, I treat my own child this way. This is what you want to end. It's self-sabotaging. It's an energy of self-sabotaging and third-party energies as well. Lots of third-party energy. And you could have grown up in a house where whether it was a real parent or a step-parent, because a lot of you dealt with both, your step-parents and real parents. Okay, you dealt with both. So as you grew up in the home with this person was somebody of authority. This person could have been somebody who bullied you a lot as a kid. They did things behind your parent back, your biological parent, because they weren't your real parent. They did things behind your biological parent back. Biological parent probably didn't have a clue. When you did try to voice your opinion on it or say something about it, you may have been shut down. You know, a lot of neglect that may have happened. Okay, because a lot of times parents do things and they do things out of learned behavior as well. And it continues to trickle down throughout generations until somebody decides to what? Transform it. Okay? So Aquarius, you could also be in line as a generational curse breaker as well. Okay? So you dealt with somebody who was of a lot of authority. And see what Spirit is trying to do, because this can also represent Spirit. Spirit is trying to get you to see that you need to heal that from your childhood so that you won't continue to sabotage relationships. King of Wands energy. Okay? So you could just be taking action here. King of Wands and the Queen of Wands showing up. So you could be dealing with an Aries or a Leo. Okay, you also have Sagittarius that showed up as well, I believe. I'm thinking of the Sagittarius card. Oh, that's because I called you Sagittarius earlier. Okay, so you could be dealing with a Leo, Aries, or a Sagittarius in your energy. Okay, yeah, but there's something that's hidden that you don't talk about very much, or you don't share with anyone very much, because the relationships you may have been in, they either didn't last long, there was self-sabotaging energy there, or there were some ways that you just held yourself back because you didn't want to go into it, you didn't want to explain, you didn't want to let anyone know how you felt, you kept it a secret. Okay, and this is the reason why you may not want to work with anyone when it comes to relationships. You'd rather sabotage it before it actually elevates into a relationship. Yeah, indecision, okay, or needing to make a decision, and now you're reflecting. You're reflecting on your past. You're reflecting on childhood now, because awakening is happening. Spiritual awakening is definitely happening here. And so you may have dealt with a lot of chaotic energies as well, but you may just be holding a lot of animosity within you that needs to be released. And that's what Spirit's trying to help you do with the Star card here, with the Judgment. It's help you to release the Three of Swords energy, helping you to release being detached even from yourself, even from the Most High Mother and Father and your spiritual team. You don't want to be that detached, because that's what draws back that negative energy. This is coming from your childhood. Okay, honesty. You see what I'm saying? People that were not honest with each other. This is somebody grew up in this. People that were not honest with each other, lied, gaslight. Okay, very deceitful, dishonest, secrecy. Okay, secrets. Okay, you'd be surprised how things like this can have a very harsh effect on you, even into your adulthood, because it starts in your childhood. Authenticity, you see what I'm saying? Trust, transparency, okay? And you dealt with a lot of shadow energy. With the Devil card being here, absolutely. A lot of shadow energy, 22 on the timer. You know, people not being transparent, people not being honest, people not being trustworthy. Okay, authenticity didn't exist. Okay, be honest with yourself and others. Truth sets you free. Yes, it does. Truth. And see, you could have a relationship that can actually develop into something healthy, Aquarius, but at the same time, if you are used to self-sabotage, and then you self-sabotage without even knowing it, there's just something there that needs to be healed. There's something that needs to be healed. It's not healed yet. Yeah. See, you have a vision. You know what you want. See, you have a vision. You know what you want. This is from my Inner Child Oracle deck. You know what you want. You have a vision. See, vision, vision, focus. Three of Wands energy. Aries energy. So you know what you want. But you deal with the shadow side of you always popping up, Aquarius. That shadow side always pop up. Confusion, distraction, right? Aimlessness, right? Secrecy, dishonesty, deceit, lies. There's a lot of shadow that shows up. Even when you try to make an honest move, there's a lot of shadow that shows up. And this is because of what you have experienced as a child growing up. What did you see coming up in the home? Whoever you were raised by. Grandma, grandpa, mom, dad, even real parents. Your real biological parents. Some of you still experience this energy with your real biological parents. Some of you dealt with a step-parent. Definitely experienced this energy with a step-parent. Okay? A person in the home who was very controlling. Very controlling. And now you have an animosity about you, and you're trying to figure out, well, what's wrong with me? Some of you may not have seen what was wrong until Spirit opened your eyes with judgment, where you had an awakening. You experienced an awakening. It's enlightenment. It's aha. that's what's going on. Or wow, I didn't see that at first. Or wow, that's what's wrong. That's what happened. That's why I'm like this, right? It's a lot of things from your childhood, from your past. And some of you could know an individual from your past whom you could have had a healthy relationship, and now you're sitting back and you're thinking and you're reevaluating, dang, that would have been a healthy relationship, but because you had this awakening, you're starting to think, dang, it could have been a healthy relationship, but because of the things I've been through, I sabotaged it. I messed it up. I caused issues where there weren't any. But it wasn't on purpose. It's because of learned behavior. It's because of what you've experienced growing up. And now you have healing. That's what I say. You are healing, star. You're going through healing, 4 of swords. Lots of healing energy. Okay? And then you have a new beginning right on the edge, like you're right on the edge. You're right at the line, like a finish line, Aquarius, of new beginnings. But there's something you need to see and acknowledge, and then it needs to end in order for your new beginnings to come in. And it has a lot to do with pain, trauma, unresolved issues from when? Childhood. So you can what? Recover, love yourself more, be in a renewed energy, right? Because this is about renewal. That's what this is about. Renewal, something new, starting fresh, starting over, new slate. Rejuvenation. Okay? But it's also truth. And I believe you're seeing the truth in the situation. It's just you having the confidence and the willpower to transform it. Transmute the energy. Allow yourself to heal from past wounds. Time to nurture your soul. It's time to heal. That's what time it is, Aquarius. It's just time to heal. And it's not your fault. Positive movement forward. 8 of Pentacles. Focus. Mastery. Okay? Yeah, see, crown chakra, spiritual wisdom, spiritual knowledge, awakening, judgment. Spirit's got your back, but you're going to receive downloads that's going to help you to transform. And you're going to work on this, and it's going to work for you. Keep a clear vision of your goal. Clarity brings success. Clarity brings success. The relationship you really, really want will be successful for you, but first you have to realize what needs to be healed, where it's coming from, and how to heal it. Okay? 9 of Pentacles energy. Absolutely. Absolutely. You're very strong. It's just you need to know how to, I guess a good word would be obtain. Right? Obtain the healing energy. Stand firm on it. Obtain the healing energy and stand firm on the healing energy. You got the 9 of Pentacles twice. So you are in a very good place, a very good space. 28 on the timer. That's 10, new beginnings. Because 10 just breaks down to a number 1, new beginnings. Okay? And if you take action and transform, allow yourself to transform, it will definitely balance out the scales. Aquarius, Empress energy. Definitely will balance you out. And then, whatever you're trying to create for yourself can actually come to fruition. Whatever it is you really, really want in life. Because right now, that childhood wound of untrustworthy, people or persons, dishonesty, disrespect, controlling, whatever that was, lies and all that stuff is creating blockages for you right now. It's creating blockages of your sovereignty, birthright, and inheritance. It's creating blockages. And also forgiveness. So that means someone here needs to forgive a parent. Whether it's a biological parent or a step parent. Spirit wants you to forgive that person. The forgiveness is the part of the healing that will set you free, and it will also remove the blockages. Hear me again. The forgiveness will not only set you free, but it will also remove the blockages. You're blocked right now, but Spirit is trying to help you become unblocked. Okay, providing the resources of what? Healing, clear vision, clarity. Okay, so it's time for you to create the life you really truly want. First, you must forgive. That blockage is real. You may not be able to see it with the physical eye, but it's not what you can see that affects you the most. It's what you can't see. Okay? For whoever needs to hear that, you have the strength to do what you need to do. Spirit is giving you this chariot to carry out anything you need to do. Go travel, go do what you need to do to find your way. The Spirit is going to lead and guide you. With crown chakra being here, you would definitely receive downloads. You would definitely probably receive dreams, synchronicity, signs, so pay attention. This is travel. This is movement. Things happening for you quickly. But you also making moves. Action oriented. King of Wands energy. Taking action. Queen of Wands energy. Taking action. Now, some of you could possibly be taking action towards a person who is a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Because why? Because you see this person as a great potential relationship. Or someone you could build with financially, materially, but someone you can actually build a life with. You can have everything with, right? But you need to either ask for forgiveness or forgive something that happened in the past, because whatever happened with the situation of this person, instead of it being a balanced, healthy relationship, it was sabotaged. It was thrown out. So somebody here, and it will bring balance. Like I said, it will bring balance, and there will be justice served within that. You'd be surprised how you allow the doors to open once you go with the flow of what Spirit is trying to do here. Spirit is trying to lead and guide you into freedom. Some of you want freedom so bad because you're tired of a job, right? You're tired of living with this person or dealing with that person. This is where you get your freedom. How you get your freedom. I'm trying to tell you how to get it. You must forgive. You have to forgive. Genuinely forgive your mother for not knowing any better and not speaking up. Forgive your dad for not knowing any better or for not speaking up, for not protecting you. Some of you weren't protected by your fathers, and you're upset about that. Some of you, your father didn't illustrate certain things to you. He didn't teach you anything. You're upset about that. Some of you, you paid attention to how your father treated your mother. You knew he was cheating with another woman, or he had a family he made somewhere else. Mom didn't know much about it. You may have knew something about it. Kids get to seeing little things around the house and noticing things. Parents don't think that the kid's paying attention. You may have seen quite a bit when you were young, male or female. You could have witnessed your mom cheating or your dad cheating on, the other parent. You could have witnessed that. Okay? And it left a bad taste in your mouth. You felt like, oh, that's the way it's supposed to go, huh? Oh, that's what it is, huh? Maybe you tried to voice your opinion when you were younger and you were shut down. Maybe this controlling parent or whoever it was in your childhood who was ever controlling and deceitful and everything, maybe this person, was a bully towards you. And you may have known everything they were doing and you were made to keep quiet about certain things. Whatever you saw that could potentially expose the truth, okay, you were made to be quiet about it. You were bullied into it. However, a lot of you went through different things in the home growing up, but something needs to be forgiven. You need to forgive someone. There's also a potential relationship that you need to open up to, or you need to talk to that particular person and set the record straight. Heal the situation. Okay, Aquarius? Two of Cups also showing up at the bottom of the deck. So this is the kind of situation that will bring closure to you spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. Okay? Now you may not physically get to talk to someone, you may not physically get to express, but you can still set the intention energetically to forgive and release. Okay, when it comes to this energy, when it comes to a parent, some of y'all need to forgive a parent, some of y'all have to forgive a lover, some of y'all may need to forgive a friend, something like that, to that extent. Okay, Aquarius, I think that may be it for you guys. Honesty, vision, and healing. That's what you're experiencing right now. Someone is definitely dealing with a spirit of awakening. And you are reevaluating your life, and you are laying things to rest, but you're seeing. It's because you're allowing yourself to see the truth. You're allowing yourself to see the truth. And you're realizing, okay, this is what's been going on with me. This is what I need to do. So I've been doing this the whole time, and I didn't realize I was doing it. Okay, no problem. Now we get to correct it. Now we get to do something different. Now we get to do what? Transform the situation. Now we get to make changes, because change is needed. Birthright, sovereignty, and inheritance, it really can't take place without change. Because change is what moves the old out of the way. It moves everything. It's a shift. It shifts it all. It shifts the energy. It moves things. It removes things and people, situations, obstacles, and challenges. That's what transformation does. Endings don't always feel good, and it don't always look good. But the change that it brings is amazing. The truth that comes out, the healing that takes place is amazing. And until you experience that, which a lot of you may have, and some of you have yet to experience it, you will understand it. So Aquarius, I hope that the messages were clear for you. I hope they made sense to you. And I hope that you consider, whoever this is resonating for, I hope you consider that this has a lot to do with your childhood. Be honest with yourself, own it, see it, and allow it to change, transmute the energy so you can move forward with your future. And not have people trying to hold on to your energy, because you have a new beginning here with the Wheel of Fortune. It's your new beginning, it's your time. But there's something you must do. You must see, you must forgive, you must accept. Walk away from what you cannot change and only work on that you can change, which mostly is self. Okay, so I still want to call you Sagittarius. You could definitely be dealing with a Sagittarius. Okay, Aquarius Inner J. I hope again that everything that was said was made clear. I hope that the message has helped overall, guys. And again, I appreciate your support, but I also appreciate your patience. Until next time, Aquarius, take care.